Hi everyone, this is Kalyan Kumar and welcome to another edition of Cool Features of PowerPoint. This is video number 8 and this is titled Morphing Shapes. Now, since the time Microsoft Office was introduced, the biggest change in PowerPoint, the biggest improvement in PowerPoint came in the year 2002. Before that, we used to have very simple animations like fly-in, dissolve, typewriter. But in 2002, the animations were categorized under 4 different categories: the entrance animation, exit, emphasis, and motion path. And over the year, these animations are being improved, but 2002 was the year when the biggest change came. And the next biggest hit of PowerPoint was in 2013, with the introduction of a variety of mind-blowing and amazing transitions. The animations remained virtually the same, but the transitions improved. Transitions like curtains, drape, airplane, origami. These were simply amazing. In fact, I had never seen transitions as good as this in any video editing software or any presentation software. Now, I was always under the impression that Keynote was one of the best in terms of animations. Of course, I use both. I use Keynote for my seminars, I use PowerPoint for my classroom, because PowerPoint is actually more robust. It has much more options than Keynote, but Keynote had some amazing and wonderful animations and even transitions. But after 2013, PowerPoint has taken over by a huge margin the animations of Keynote. This particular 2013 PowerPoint totally changed how things were being done. And the most amazing transitions that I find in 2013 PowerPoint is Morph animation. In fact, Morph is actually a transition, but it appears like an animation to you. Before Morph transition was introduced, one had to do a lot of tricky animations to make a certain effect happen. For example, if you want to move an object from position A to position B, so you have to use the motion path tool and make it go from position A to position B, and that too you would have to estimate where it would land, because there was no way of guessing exactly where it would be. You have to do trial and error. Sometimes one had to copy an image of the object from position A to position B, then use the guides to find its center, and then do the motion path animation from position A to exactly that center in position B. But with Morph transition, things completely changed. The same trick can be done in a matter of few seconds. All you have to do is create a slide in which the object is in position A, duplicate it, then move it to position B, and in slide number 2, you use the Morph transition, and you will find the object moving from A to B. And that was simply amazing. So the same effect that was done using motion path tool was now being done by Morph transition. In fact, another amazing thing about this Morph transition is, once you run the slideshow and you make the object move from A to B, if you click back, if you go back in animation, it will again take it from B to A. Whereas if you use motion path, this is not going to happen. In motion path, the object will move from A to B. The moment you click back, go back to the previous animation, it will not go from B to A, it will vanish from B and appear in A, like a teleportation effect. So you were able to do a lot of great animations using Morph transition. And I've done a few videos on Morph transition also. Now this particular video is on morphing shapes. Now morphing shapes is generally considered to be difficult. So when I wanted to learn how to morph shapes in PowerPoint, I went up and looked up certain videos on YouTube, and I found a particular video in which this was explained, but in a very complicated way. And I did a little bit of research on my own. I figured out a much simpler way of doing the same morphing shapes. So let's go ahead and see how to morph shapes in PowerPoint. Now I'm using PowerPoint 2016. So let's open PowerPoint. Blank presentation. I always like the blank layout. Reduce the thumbnail view so you can have more real estate. Now, let me first explain to you how that particular video, the one that I saw, explained morphing shapes. You draw a rectangle. Let's say I want to morph rectangle to triangle. So what that person did was, he made a rectangle, right click, edit points, go here and add points, and then duplicate this slide. And then what he would do in the second slide, again edit points, and then he would convert this rectangle into a triangle. So I delete this point that I added, and then pull this up here, and try to make a triangle like this, and then transition morph in the second slide, and this is how it was being done. Transitioning to a triangle, and go back, transitioning to a rectangle. So this was the way the animation was being explained. Now the problem with this is that with triangle maybe it will work, or maybe with straight line shapes it will work, but it's going to be amazingly difficult if you were to use a circle, if you want to morph a rectangle into a circle. And this is how you can do using the method explained in that video. So you have this rectangle, copy this here, and first insert a circle, and move this rectangle here for a bit, circle, then insert a square. Let me first make the color no fill, and then what you do is you take this rectangle tool, hold shift, and you will be able to get a square. Make sure that the square is touching the circumference of the circle, which again is actually a problem. And then what you do is you bring this rectangle over here. Again, let's say I fill it with red so that I can identify this, and then bring it front. Now convert this into a square, so something like this, square, and then remove this square. So now you have this square here, and now edit points and remove point from here, delete point, and now just click this corner, you will find handles, and using these handles you make this thing curved. So make this thing curved like this, make this curved like this. This handle helps you. The bigger the handle, more will be the curvature. And then click this spot and try to get this into a circle, but as you notice it is going out of that circle, so just try to make it inside, and then again change this so that it would lie on the circle. So you will never be able to get a perfect circle using this technique. So this is definitely not the technique that one should follow, but I'm still doing it because this is an alternative way, and this becomes helpful in certain cases where the shapes that you are required to morph the particular shape to are unconventional. They are not the basic shape that are available in PowerPoint. So this way one would be able to get some kind of a weird looking circle, and as you can see it's definitely not a circle. And if I remove the background circle, if I say morph, and this is what happens, it's not a proper circle. So this is certainly not going to work. Now of course this kind of a trick would help if the object that you're morphing is not available in basic shapes. So you say edit point and just suppose I want this shape. This is definitely not in that. So if you were to do this, you would get this. Okay. But now let's see how to get a regular shape. Very fine. You have this rectangle, and let's say I want to convert it into a triangle. Just go and draw a triangle shape. And all you have to do is click edit points. Go to any one of the points, right click, and click the very thing that is ticked. Corner point, let's say corner point. Now go here. Now do the morphing. You get a perfect triangle. And of course, if you don't do this part, let's say you don't do this, you simply draw the triangle, it's not going to morph. You do this, it won't morph. So for morphing, you need to edit points. So now how about morphing this rectangle into a circle? Now draw a perfect circle, whatever size you want. Just right click, edit point, go to this. Smooth point is ticked, keep clicking smooth point. Now see what happens. Perfect circle. So this is the process of morphing shapes. So if there are basic shapes that you want to morph into, then draw shape 1 in one slide, right click, edit point, and go to any of the points existing, right click and click whatever is already ticked. And then go to the next slide, repeat the process with another shape and add morph transition to the second slide. You will be able to morph the shape. It is as simple as that. So with that, I come to the conclusion of this video. I hope you liked and enjoyed this video and learned something. And if you have any questions, queries, any suggestions, any comments, please drop them in the comment section below. This is Kalyan Kumar signing off. Have a great day. Goodbye and thank you for watching. If you find the videos of this channel interesting and useful and you haven't subscribed to this channel, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button just below the video. The moment you're subscribed, you'll find a bell icon. Click this and it will give you a notification which says send me all notifications for this channel. This means the moment any video is posted in this channel, you'll receive a notification by mail. Just check this box. Hit save. Now you're subscribed to this channel and now you will also receive notifications from this channel. If you like this particular video, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button.